that's all the time we have for the show for today. I swear the outtakes are so good. If you missed out on anything or you just want to rewatch your favorite segments, we've got you covered on our YouTube channel, CVMTV, and for all the fun stuff in between, we're on Instagram at SunriseCVM, at CVM_television.
Oh wait, can I just say that we spent time yesterday doing a whole full-blown production in here, and I'm very pleased and proud of our social media team.
Yes.
For
good morning, Michaela.
The
good
video.
Morning,
well done, team.
Yes,
honestly, it looks really good. So check out our socials and look at the video that we did yesterday. We said Dennis jump, you know.
Hey.
Yeah. TKA,
TK. The finished product looks good. I'll just say that. The finished product looks
I saw
good.
a comment from our CVM page saying, do you guys want to see the BTS? And I'm not sure TK wants behind the scenes to come out.
I'm saying let's not. Let's not. Let's leave some things to mystery.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, too funny. Too good. Too good. Also, please don't miss out on this evening's lead story with George Davis at 6:30 p.m. And, of course, you know what time it is, what season it is.
Yeah.
We are in Copa season. That's still on, and it's live on CVM. Peru versus Canada, live on CVM Plus at 5 p.m. And Chile versus Argentina, live at 8 p.m.
That's right.
All right, the Roundtable Squad, they're gonna think they're gonna take over, but we're staying. You're not leaving. You're not going anywhere. Don't move. You can't move. Don't leave us.
There.
Please stay.
Right there.
Don't go. Please stay. Actually, no. Go on to the Roundtable. Go, Roundtable. They're calling you.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the Round Table. I am Shelly-Ann, and joining me this morning, of course, my beautiful co-host, Miss Gianna. Good morning, Gianna. Hi. And of course, we have a very special guest who's absolutely no stranger to Sunrise, Pastor Stephen Blake. Morning, Pastor. What keep?
God be the glory over there.
Hey.
Every day above ground is a good day.
I agree. It's a good day indeed. We have all the well, it looks like we have all the body parts in place, you know, some probably hidden under some clothes somewhere. But let's go right into to check what's buzzing online in the social buzz.
Stop calling your husband baby. That's why you're getting a baby every day. You're upset. He's acting like a baby, but you're the one by faith with your whole anointed mouth every day. Baby, baby, babe, babe. When he does something good, babe. When he does something bad, babe, babe. Is all you call the man. Then he acts like a baby. Listen, Abigail made David a very wealthy man. Underline every time she said, my Lord. What man won't want to come home? My Lord. Your dinner has been set, my liege. Your children that thou hast sired are waiting. Yes, sir, my liege. This one in America, we don't know how to talk to men anymore. And every time you bring up Apostle Tami, please, woman, stop it. Stop telling your husband about another man. I don't care if his name is Apostle Tami, Prophet Watermelon, stop talking to your husband about another man. Stop talking to him about your dad and how great your dad was and how your dad used to do all this stuff. Stop it now.
Well, that's a lot. You know, I'm going to give this on over to the Lord. Go ahead, my Lord.
It's all right, I can't fight it out. You see the power of the words, even coming into today, I had to look into myself, just saying simple stuff. You know, how I speak at home, how I speak about myself. And what he's saying, you know, if you take it into context, if you don't get too emotional about it, you see, I understand that you know to play on people's emotion and words, but what he's basically trying to say is use your words because your words have power.
Yes, and his had power though as well, and I don't think he used them wisely. I think that his point was that you must speak life into the person.
Yes.
However, how he put it
Yes.
didn't resonate with me.
Jana, that was the social buzz. You can just know what is going to go on the show this morning. Because I ain't even going to say nothing about that. We need to probably just go to the bag of things. Yes, please.
So my bag of things today,
Ooh, you brought us money. Yes, please.
my bag of things is much lighter than that video was, thank God. So I wanted to talk about currency, right? And
Yeah.
like my little superstition that I have going on. So you know when the new $2,000 bill came out? Like, I couldn't find them. So I turned around and I saved some because I was like, oh my gosh, suppose they end up as rare as the $2 US bill, right? And like people think that the $2 US bill has like all this value because they do. Some of them go for 4,500 US, some go up to $20,000.
Also, $9,000. Yeah.
So people are always looking for them, but because some of them have value, people start to hoard them. So when you hoard them, like remember that anything on the market, the value is what people are willing to pay for it. So the thing is that with the $2 bill, at one point, the American government decided that they were going to save money in printing $1 bills. So they did some $2 bills. And at one point, they stopped doing the $2 bills because people were hoarding them again. So they stopped from 1966 to 1976. You couldn't get a $2 bill because they weren't printing them. But then when they did it for the bicentennial celebration. So then people thought they were limited edition. So people started hoarding them again, thinking it's a collector's item. So it's had so many different versions of how people decide that they're going to collect them. So anytime I see them, I love to hoard them too.
Yes, thank you for the money, Jana.
But
it's a nice gift.
they are all worth something, right?
Yes.
Mine that Shelly has hidden is worth $1,000, $2.
Oh, wonderful. And I like you so much for the gift. And let's see what they're going to give us as a gift from the box this morning. Oh, Lord. But you know, if you can't empty box, you can put little color or something in our box. Oh, Jesus. Oh, let us see. Word, sound, power. The impact of the spoken word. Well, he kind of alluded to some of this word conversation when you know, the social buzz kind of brought it on. But I grew up at a time when sticks and stones can break my bones, but your words can never hurt me. But apparently, those times have changed. The pastor looked at me with passion and a nodding head, so let's start with him. Word, sound, power. The power of the spoken word.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Unfortunately, a lot of us grow up without the knowledge. And the Bible tells us without knowledge you perish. It says it's essential to have knowledge. And words have more power than physical bones and sticks and things that can hurt you. Because it's just like if you're in a relationship, them say emotional pain is worse than physical pain. Why? Because if you don't move, if you're injured, you won't feel pain. But all if you are asleep, you remember words that people say. All when you eat, it's still...
Maybe that's a mindset. Maybe that's a you problem. If you can lose sleep because of what somebody said, maybe you're the problem, not the somebody will say something to you.
No, but you might be right because it's not everybody is going to be strong to be able to deal with powers and find the power within. Some of us have to be taught, like me. I had to teach myself how.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Pastor. I hear you. You sound like you bring the words to it this morning.
Yes.
But Gianna, your face is telling me all kinds of words.
Because I think that words, okay, so a lot of people say actions speak louder than words, but I don't know that it's I wouldn't classify it as a problem or something to lay blame about. I think words are powerful because they do last a lifetime. Like, you remember what people say, and you'll remember it in the most inopportune times if it was something negative. And it's something that I think where your power lies in whether you let the words control you or influence what it is that you're doing. But the thing is that the words will still be there. You will remember that teacher that said you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you won't ever do it. It will be the strength of your character that will determine that. But you will remember that they said it. And sometimes you'll even use it as motivation to make sure that you do it. So those words did have some sort of power over you when you decide to use them, whether you use them to be supportive of what they're saying or against what they're saying.
Yeah, but Jenna, I could listen to what you say and say, well, it wasn't the words that had the power there, it was your actions. Because you didn't allow the words to stop you from acting and being all of what the words say you couldn't do.
Yeah, but
so you actually, through your actions, proved the words wrong. So is the word really that powerful?
Yes. Because it caused you to do that. It influenced
is
your
the word
action.
Yeah, but all right. So
Do you speak to yourself?
all time, but me not so right in the head. So you know.
But does it work for you though?
For me to speak to myself?
Yes.
But I'm a crazy person. I just told you.
Yeah,
No, but that's the word.
Listen,
So
what you have to understand is that whether you assume that you're crazy or not, everybody has a little bit of that. Every genius needs some form of craziness.
Yes,
as
we
well.
agree. Not mad people in the world.
Yes, but your words that you speak to yourself, that you put out there, it can form into action. You know, everything starts from the mind.
Yes.
And then when it comes to the mind, it comes through the mouth, and then it starts to become an action. You start
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but with knowledge, because a lot of people out there are not knowledgeable of how
All right,
powerful
okay.
they are.
Let's switch it up a minute. Okay, so we're talking about the power of words, and there's a whole affirmation movement where you have persons that say, if you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say these words to yourself, it's going to impact you in certain ways. So you say, I am great, I am going to be wealthy. If you think of the whole law of attraction movement, they talk a lot about what you say and, you know, speaking things into your life and speaking things into being. Mm-hmm. Well, I will say that has some merit. I think that alone is not enough, and that is where I think we're having a problem, because there are a lot of people who think that just affirm it and you are 90% there. And I'm like, no, actually, you're not start yet.
Yeah, but it
you have to get to work.
Hold on. When you speak it, and you repeat it, right? So you keep speaking it, you start to believe it. Once you believe it, there's nothing that's going to stop you from actually achieving it.
Absolutely.
Yes, things are going to stop because if you don't do it, you will not achieve it.
Yeah, but
you can't just believe it alone.
But
you have to do something.
you will believe, so you will take the actions that are necessary to
No, but
confirm
you just
your
said
belief.
all I have to do is believe. No.
Wait.
You have to do more than believe.
Let me just take a small bit of control.
Yes, please.
You have
Control, my friend.
You have your left hand, you have your right hand, you have your head, each part has its use.
Yes.
Right.
Words have its use.
Yes.
All right.
You still need it. Yes, you're going to need to take action. Yes, eventually confidence and results will show. But we must start somewhere.
Yes.
And it starts by you declaring out of your mouth, speaking.
It starts.
Yes.
That's just
so we're agreed.
The first part, you have to put action now.
And what's the hardest
hold
thing
on.
to do in
But
life?
there are many people who put action. There are many people who put action, and they're speaking negatively about what it is, and then they're wondering why they're not achieving what they set out to.
Yeah, and there are some people put action and speak negatively. I'm rich.
Yeah, but that does rich. What
hold
does?
on. What do you mean? How rich come in on
Yeah,
this?
but what does riches have to do with money? Is not riches.
Oh,
Money is not riches.
where do you live?
Life.
Where do we live?
Life is riches. I'm gonna ask you a question. Sylvia, make a look on it. You think a poor man can say money don't mean nothing? No. But a lot of rich people will come and tell you that money doesn't mean anything.
Which is my point. That's why the words don't matter, because they have all the money and they need the money. If you take away the money's worries, and they will say money don't mean anything.
I met a rich man one day, and he said to me, I'd exchange all my riches for your life.
It's just miserable.
No.
You should
see,
say yes, bring it on.
In life,
Let's do that.
in life, a lot of people regret what they said about others, how they treated others, and had they used their words more positively, that smile going off.
And on that note, we're going to take a break, and we're going to be back with more words after this.
Yes.
And somebody needs...
Welcome back to the round table. This morning, our topic is the ethics. No, it's not. The power of words. That's our topic, the power of words and the impact of the spoken word. And before we went to the break, you know, we're talking about how important it is to affirm and to speak things into being. And listen, I'm not saying that that's not important, you know. I'm just saying that's not even half of it. That's just the start part. You say, all right, you think it up, and you might write down the words, and you might make some plans with the words, and you have a lot of planners, and people, there's a whole industry of people making different type of journals and things for your writing, and that is all. People have a whole bookshelf full of things that they're writing, enough words in the bookshelf, and that's all them have to show. I'm saying, yes, speak the word, but get to work. Action, not a bag of mouth.
Okay, and I'm saying...
May I agree with you, yeah?
I think everybody agrees.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the power of the word.
Yeah.
So yes, there's power in action as well. Nobody is disputing that. But there's power in the word. Isn't there?
I'm not saying
and when
that
you and when
I'm
you
saying
talk,
the word is the least of it.
And what I would like to talk about
the word
is
is
when you go to self-talk. I think the pastor alluded to it
Yes,
earlier.
he did.
Because I think that, you know, it's all good and well to be positive about everything else, or to just have opinions, that so to speak. But when you actually look at like how you talk to yourself, there are so many enterprising people, beautiful people, successful people that when it comes to themselves, when they turn the focus on themselves, they don't have anything good to say to themselves. They think that they haven't achieved all that they set out to, so they stop short, and it's as if where they've come to isn't valuable enough, so they tell themselves, you know, like they're very hard on themselves.
Yes.
And I think they do that when they speak. Right?
And they still manage to be successful. How do you do that?
But hold on. Success is how do you
relative.
define success?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Success is relative because you can think I'm successful and I don't.
Right.
And power of the words is more for me rather than for somebody outside of me. Yeah, example. If somebody came to you and said, "I see that short pastor man there, girl, listen, watch him. So you must smile and I lick him lips." If I don't open my mouth and defend myself at some point, the words that they planted in you can stay in you. And it's just like being a relationship, or you're a parent, you're talking down to people. If I sit and continuously take that without saying to myself, I'm better than this, if I don't speak to myself and say I'm worth more than this, and start to, yes, action and belief, but it starts with word. And remember, I don't want you to downplay the start, because you see in life, the most difficult thing to do in any aspect of life is starting.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you can start.
If you don't feel comfortable in yourself, you have to talk to yourself first.
Yes.
It's like if my friend would say to me, "Pastor, turn on your phone and preach." Brother Robles always said, "Pastor and Tika, always say, turn on your phone and preach." But if I don't say to myself, you may be right, you know, maybe I do have the power to convince people and to talk to people and to share. It starts by speaking to yourself.
Yes.
We all agree, say that is the start. I'm just saying that is just a small part of it. I think we're putting too much power in the power of the word.
No.
The word is just the idea, it's the thing.
You believe in a God?
No.
Okay, well, maybe that's why I will say that. But for those of us who believe in a God, everything starts from let there be, and there was. Hold on now. Let there be, and there was. All me can, listen, you don't believe in a God. Me can only speak on what I believe in. Me not go judge or be in a space where I'm going to be against what you're saying.
Right.
But I have to argue based on the premise of the foundation that I have, which is words.
And that is fine.
Yes.
We're not disagreeing about your belief. I'm talking about the power of the word.
Yes.
We are talking about how important the word is to the process
Yes.
and the power in the word.
Yes.
I am not saying that the word isn't a part of it. I'm not even saying that the word is not important.
Right.
I am just saying that the word is a small part of what you need to do to get to where you need to go. And of course, belief is also important. There's a lot of things to believe in.
Yes.
And there is a whole heap of things that people need to invest in order to get them to move.
Yes.
But you have to move. There's a whole heap of people who are just dreaming, but at some point you gotta wake up and
Right.
get to work.
But a lot of those dreamers don't actually say it because when they don't do it, they don't want people to actually call them on it. So they saying that you're going to do something kind of makes you accountable to do the thing.
Right.
So if I have a business idea
Right.
and that's a really good idea, I think I can do it. If I start to talk about it, it's more likely that I'm going to end up doing it. Because you know what? When you hear me talk about it, you're going to come back and say, so how's that idea going?
Right.
So then I will therefore end up doing it. So the thing is that when you speak the words, it's kind of like a commitment. So like people say your word is your bond.
Yes.
Like, I mean,
Yes.
I know too many people who...
Big discussion. Big
Yeah, no, finish the point, the word is your bond. Go ahead.
Yes, I know too many who don't actually subscribe to that. However, if you do, it's one of those things where if you tell someone that you're going to do something, you actually end up doing it. Maybe obstacles come in the way, maybe life is lifing,
Right.
but you end up doing it. You try your best to keep your word.
Yes, but the flip side of that, Jenna, is that's a lot of people who say they're going to do a lot of things and do a lot of talking, and that's all that happens is a whole heap of words. It's just a lot of words. I mean, you don't want us to talk about politics.
But Shelley, there's no 100%.
No, we're not talking about 100%. I'm saying, where is the power?
So-
is the power behind the word or is the power behind the action?
So look,
where is the power?
Three we have discussed 3 different sections, and the 3 we have a world-class point. Right? We are going from 3 different perspectives, but it's a great discussion. Because each and every one of us have different experiences concerning words, whether it's the word of people, whether it's the word of God, whether it's the word of yourself.
Right.
But it is a very great discussion, and I'm sure this discussion opened a lot of people's thoughts this morning.
But it's beyond that. We're all communicators, and we
Yes.
all use words
Yes.
in our work. All of us.
Yes.
So the power of the word, I don't see how you can undermine or discount the power of the word when it is what we use as the vehicle for all of our ideas.
Yes, communication is important because we have to share information. But sharing information is not enough. We also have to take the information and do something with it. That's my point.
But how do you take
the
action?
word
How do you do
alone
it
is
How
if
do you
you
take
don't
the
have
action?
word?
How do you take the
The
action?
power is in the word.
I'm not
because
saying that the word isn't important. I'm saying it's the small part of it.
No, it's not a small part of it. It's not a small. It is the most important part of it because it's the action that you are taking based off of the words
Yes.
that you have been given.
Yes.
So hence, the word is actually the most important
Yes.
part.
You say, well, you dropped the gems just before the break, you know, but I'll catch you on the flip side because we got to go to the break. When we come back, there'll be more after this. Thank you so much for staying with us. You know what time it is. It's time for Final Thoughts. We're talking about word, sound, power, the impact of the spoken word. Pastor.
Yeah, without words, there would be no existence. I believe we are made in the image of God. And just like how God said, let there be, and there was, we have the same power that He's invested in us to use our words to create the life. Yes, action is very important, but the words is what keep us accountable to taking actions. The words are the blueprint. The words are what we use as a guide to show us where we want to be, not where we are, because as humans, we naturally are born in a survival mode, not necessarily to thrive mode. So we have to create the life we want, and I believe it starts with the words that we'll read, that we'll listen to, and that we keep around us. So we must be very vigilant to what we listen to, what we put in our spirit, so that we can push forward.
Yes, yes. Jenna.
I think words are very powerful, and I think we should use them responsibly. That's not to say that sometimes we don't need to have harsh words, but I think that they should always be productive words. So I think that we should use our words to influence outcomes that are best for us and the people that we're sharing them with.
Awesomeness. And yes, I know, some of you know that I'm a professional communicator. I'm actually a very, very, very big fan of words. I think words are important, and they're very important to how we see ourselves and how we see the world. The right words in the right hands can really change lives and save lives. So be kind in your words today and make sure that you say something that is good to yourself, because we have to be kinder to ourselves, don't it? That's a wrap for the roundtable today. Thank you to our guest, Pastor Stephen Blake. You've been such a good sport with us this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you, Gianna, for joining us this morning. And as you go forward in the world, remember to be good, be on purpose, take care, walk good.
Nobody for tell me some green. Now wait for nobody for open up your gate. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now wait for nobody for give me motivation. Me have to make it out the sticky situation. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. All when them a doubt me, that coulda never phase I. No, I know so me mother raise I. Self-sufficient might as well that she name I. So me aim my limit is the sky. Work me put in that could never be undone. Any task when me get me wrap it up like condom. All when the burden when me be away 1 ton, me have to carry the load because me nah no option. Now wait for nobody for tell me some great. Now wait for nobody for open up the gate. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now wait for nobody for give my motivation. Me I go make it out the sticky situation. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now watch what them a do, me have my own a mission. Now wait for a soul, me alone and me done. From me hear the name Kabaka, you know say man a king in the earth. Me know my worth as a proud African. I just have to release me. For know myself and in a school they never teach me. For grow my wealth and this a journey never easy. Still me show my strength. So even though my slim, I lift the weight over the bench. Now wait for nobody for tell me say me great. Now wait for nobody for open